Well, that looks a little different than it did in the last video. Starting to get some of the stuff off this thing and get it all apart here. Lots of bullcrap, lots of wiring, just stuff in the way all over the place. That's cool. Just trying to figure out, why do the power steering lines go in there and then come back out, and then, you know, it goes from the output of the pump through this and then back to the reservoir. Couldn't figure out why. There's a cooler in here, a little coil to cool the power steering fluid, so I don't need that. I gotta get rid of that because that's just extra weight and bull crap and more stuff to leak and be in the way. But yeah, there's a whole bunch of stuff that doesn't need to be here. I need to eliminate that somehow. I'm gonna have to redo the brakes on this thing, obviously, because we got 2 lines coming into this and then 3 coming out, so I don't really want to put a splitter in there or a proportioning valve and mess with a lot of stuff. I'd like to convert over to manual brakes just to have a little tiny master cylinder right there on the firewall, not this giant brake booster that's in the way of zoomy headers. So I'd like to have some zoomies on this at some point. But yeah, we're starting to fill up the back of the truck with stuff out of the front of the truck again. It's just kind of the way she goes. Haven't started on the inside of it yet. I'm still trying to make up my mind. But yeah, kind of almost makes me want an LS engine to put in this. Not take apart the other truck, but I don't want to do that. I already got a good engine. Going to be getting a good transmission. This is going to work out good. I won't have to buy that much stuff for it, I don't think. I really kind of don't want to take the switch panel out of the other truck. I'd almost rather just buy a new one for this, so I could just drop another, you know, V8 and a transmission into that thing and have another driver, make a daily driver out of it or something. Take the engine and transmission out of the work truck, toss in it, make a daily driver, and just cut the work truck in half, build a trailer out of it, and pull it with that thing. I don't know. I get bored a lot, can you tell? It'd be cool to drive, you know, V8 S10 every day. You know, especially that one's extended cab. Put a, you know, real nice stereo in it, and have room for stuff, and not care. This thing I'm going to probably care about. Got a lot of body work to do. Shouldn't be too bad, but there's a lot of little dings and dents and nicks and stuff in this thing I'm going to have to clean up. Mainly I just got to get all this little, that ain't even half an engine, you know, that's got to come out of there. So yeah, I'll cut this video short. Y'all enjoy that. I'll see you in the next video. Stay tuned. I'll keep y'all updated on what's going on, and hopefully something cool happens pretty soon. Mainly I just want to strip this thing down to nothing front to back and start over. There's just so many unnecessary wires. I mean, just everywhere, all over the place. There's just big, nasty, heavy clumps of wires. It's just too much stuff on here. I don't need all that. I need like 3 wires going to the engine, you know. I don't need 300. And I damn sure don't need all this stuff underneath here. Probably I don't know, trying to make up my mind on the fender wells. You know, the inner fender wells. I'm debating. I got them off the other truck, and I like it that way. It makes it easier to work on stuff, but I don't know. They weigh something. Any little bit of weight I can cut off this thing is going to help me in the long run, especially off the front of it. But I'd like to. I've seen a guy on Facebook took a wheelbarrow, made a firewall out of it, cut all that out, moved it back, welded a wheelbarrow pan in there, and then cut the bottom off of it, and it actually looked really, really good. And then he cut sheet metal, made a trans tunnel, and I'm actually thinking about doing that, or doing some kind of sheet metal work on it, and kind of making that a little more roomy to where I can fit stuff. I'd really like to move the engine and transmission back that means I'd have to get a drive shaft made, and I don't really want to have to do that because I don't know anybody around here that makes drive shafts. I mean, I do, but it ain't gonna be balanced, so I'd rather have it done right. And I don't really want to have to do that kind of stuff, so I might just leave the engine where it's going to be and not move it back into the inside of the truck, because I literally wanted like the carburetor to be, you know, right here. I wanted to move the front of the engine back to here instead of all the way up to here. I wanted to move it back like a foot, you know, get a little more weight transfer. But you know, I don't know, it wouldn't be nothing to move the cross member and then build motor mounts and make that happen. I'd have to cut out the whole firewall and redo all that, but I don't know, I gotta be realistic. I don't want to spend, you know, a whole year building this thing, because I want to go racing next year. So this is a winter project. It needs to be done in the winter and be ready to drive in the spring. But yeah, I'm gonna cut this video off. You all take it easy. I'll see you in the next one. Didn't mean to ramble so long.